In the last 7 days to die video I put out talking about what a mess zombie experience was and how a lot of it made no sense. I'll link it down below. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. But in that video, a ton of people left comments talking about how zombies had different behaviors, which then got me wondering, is that true? Do zombies really have different behaviors? To figure this out, I think the first thing we need to do is define behaviors. I define behaviors as the way that a zombie acts, so a zombie's AI. There's a lot of other things that we could possibly include here, and I'm gonna go over that, but for now, let's just consider that the word behaviors means zombie AI, and specifically how the zombie acts. So to figure this out, I parsed the entire XML file for every single zombie and every single data point that each zombie has. And I put all of that data into a spreadsheet. And the reason for this is because once we get it into a spreadsheet, we can take a look at everything the zombies do and see how those different data points vary between different zombies. Let's start off by taking a look at the data point that governs most of how zombies work, and that is called AI task. As you can see from this little snippet here, this covers a wide variety of things. So it tells it to break blocks, to destroy an area, whether or not it's territorial, approach distractions, approach and attack targets. You can see it covers players and bandits, as well as animals, approach specific spots, to look and to wander. Now for most zombies, this section is the exact same. There's a total of 148 zombies, and if you take a look at this bar chart here, this shows you that 123 zombies out of 148 have the exact same input in that section. We have a total of 25 zombies that it varies slightly. And before you're like, oh my god, they do have different behaviors, hold your horses for a second. Let's take a look at those specific zombies and see how they vary from the standard. So first off in our list, we have all of your plague spitter variations. They're all the exact same. The only thing that they have different is they do not destroy an area, they are not territorial, and they have the ranged attack target ability. So they still have break blocks, they still have approach distraction, they still have approach and attack target, as well as approach spot, look, and wander. Although it looks like for their wander, they have some specific updated settings that other zombies do not have, which is the exact same thing that we see for all of the Frostclaw variants as well, because obviously both of these zombies range attack. So they're pretty much your basic zombie with ranged attack and without the ability to do destroy area. Our next set of different zombies, well, zombie, is the spider zombie, which has the addition of leap. Other than that, it's pretty much the exact same. Its variation here and where it looks a little bit shorter than the others, if you take a look, instead of entity enemy animal 0 and then entity animal, it just has entity enemy animal. What this means for its behavior towards animals, I'm not sure. Then we have the cop set of zombies, which same thing, ranged attack, and your mutated set of zombies, which once again, pretty much the same as everything else behavior wise, it just has ranged attack. And last but not least, we have the demo, which is not territorial. So as you can see, the behaviors for most zombies are the same other than your zombies that do ranged attack because they need additional parameters in order to do ranged attacks. Aside from the ranged attacks, they behave pretty much the same as every other zombie. Now we have a few other things to look at. There's some other AI stuff. So there's the AI target. That does not change. Every single zombie has the same parameter set for the AI target section. Same goes with feral sense. All zombies have 1.5 set for feral sense. AI noise seek distance. This is how far away basically the zombies will seek out something that they hear. And this is set to 8, as you can see here, for 133 zombies. You have 5 zombies that have it set to 4, 5 zombies that have it set to 3, and 5 zombies that have it set to 6. Your zombies that have it set to 3 are your spider zombies. The ones that have it set to 6 are your hazmat zombies. And your zombies that have it set to 4 are your utility worker zombies. Then we have the AI path cost scale. I'm not really sure what this does. Has something to do with pathing, obviously, since it says AI path. But other than that, I'm not sure how it affects zombies specifically. I can tell you we see a bit more variation in this one. There is 107 zombies that have the exact same value for this. And then you have a total of 41 zombies that have different values. Continuing to take a look at how zombies move, we have their max turn speed. That is 250 for every single zombie. Then we have their movement speed. This does vary ever so slightly. We have 131 zombies with the 0.08 move speed, 7 zombies with a 0.25, 5 zombies with 0.4, and 5 zombies with a 0.17. 0.7. Your plague spitter zombies and your frost claws are coming in a little bit faster at the 0.4 and 0.17 respectively. Your mutated zombies are coming in at 0.25, as well as your crawler zombies. And we also have a setting for move speed aggro. Now, we have 54 zombies that have the exact same setting. We have 32 zombies that have the exact same setting. 18, then 14, 11, 7, 4, 4, and a couple of zombies that are singled out with their own settings. So move speed when they're angry at you, that does vary. I would say a pretty significant amount across the board. There are a lot of zombies that are very similar, coming in at the 54 and the 32 respectively, but overall, there is a bit of a variety here. So there's a bunch of other settings that would kind of affect behavior, or I feel like would have to do with behavior, like noise sense when they're sleeping, sleeper noise to wake up, sleeper sight to sense minimum, but all of those, they're all the same settings for every zombie across the board, and pretty much everything else is the exact same for every zombie across the board, except for one more, which is the move speed pattern, and all of your charged zombies, as well as your infernals, have a different setting for this. We don't see the actual values there, they just have a function set in there, which is infernal move speed pattern and charged move speed pattern. We do have a few zombies, however, that have a specific pattern set in there of numbers, and the only ones that have that are your fat zombies. Now, there's a few other values that we could take a look at. I'm going to tell you about them. I don't really think that they really count towards how a zombie behaves overall, but some of you might, so I wanted to cover them. There's the walk type. Obviously, a bunch of different zombies have different walk types. They're pretty grouped up for the most part, but even though they're grouped up, our highest number here is 34 zombies coming in at 7 for their walk type. I'm not sure what this means. I'm guessing that number relates to a specific pattern that is just set somewhere in the code, and you put in that number and the game knows what to do. But as you can see from this graph, there's a pretty decent amount of variation across all of the zombies. So overall, what powers zombies is pretty much similar across the board for almost every zombie. There's some slight variations here and there, but nothing really major that makes every type of zombie super different from every other type of zombie. The ones that are different and act different are clearly different. So like your Frostclaw, your Demo, your ones that spit, so your cops, stuff like that, you already expect their behaviors to be different. All of your normal, like just walking about, your Arlenes, your Marlenes, your thieves, your nurses, your party girls, all of those, they're basically the same zombie, at least as far as behavior goes, how they act, whether they're going to destroy specific blocks, whether they're going to go into rage mode, all of that. Their core that powers them is the same. And the core AI tasks that powers every zombie is pretty close to the same, once again, except for ones that do special stuff, like your spitters and your spider zombies. But other than that, even then, the way they act, aside from those special things that they do, is basically the same. So, do zombies behave differently? Do they have different behaviors? Kinda. Some do, but most don't. Even when you change the variation of the zombie, so for example, a normal nurse compared to a feral nurse compared to an irradiated nurse, they're still gonna act the exact same between each of those different variations. The only thing that really changes between that is like how fast they may move, how hard they hit, and any special abilities they have, like the extreme regeneration for your irradiateds. Other than that, they're not really gonna act any different than any of their other versions. And once you start to take a look at these graphs and really see how many zombies have the exact same inputs for specific things in the XML file, it really becomes apparent on how similar each of the zombies are. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other videos. And if you're looking for some more of my content, you can find a link to another one of my videos on the screen right now. I want to give an absolute massive shout out and thank you to all of my channel supporters for helping to keep these videos sponsor free. You all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to become an official channel supporter, check out the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and share your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.